Alright, so going over Remnant Mythic. Nothing big really changes in this fight compared to what we're doing in Heroic. He does a couple new abilities but they do abilities that we've already seen. So we handle dispels the same way. We roll dispel 1, dispel 2. Um, there'll be more orbs, so we'll have to have more people on orb duty, but for the most part, the same people are going to be doing orbs, all that kind of stuff. So once he does his first shatter, which is at 80% health, he's going to spawn a helm. His helmet's going to come down, and it's going to kind of float around the platform to different locations. All these do is they replicate a certain boss ability that the boss does, which for the most part, the helm is just on the tanks. So what it does is when the boss casts his beam that's at the tank, the helm will also cast a beam as well, and I believe it's either towards the boss or towards the tank as well. So what you want to do is you want to try to this is mainly for the tanks, but obviously people don't be standing in the beam. It's very easy to watch. Don't be in front of the boss, don't be in front of the helm. That's where it's facing. For tanks, you want to try to, if let's say we have a couple orbs out, right? And three will start to, two is going to spawn initially and three is going to spawn. So when two spawn, let's say we're in this location, right? What you want to do is you want to have the boss positioned in a way so, right, it hits the beam that comes through is going to hit the orbs, just like we do in Heroic. You want to always try to hit the orbs, which is just on the tanks. So tanks here or here, however you want to be positioned, but you want to hit both of these orbs. What you want to try to do, let's say that the helm is actually where it's at right now. So this position would allow you to at least get two orbs. You have to at least, we want to try to get two orbs at minimum every single time, but getting three orbs is obviously ideal. So the position for this would actually be a little bit different. So what you want to do is, if this was here, you would want to try to the helm. Let's say the orb was here, it would be perfect positioning because the beam would hit you, all that kind of stuff. So you have to try to look at where the helm is and try to see where the best way to hit all the orbs are. That way we can cleave them down. Orbs don't have a ton of health. They're going to be easily cleaved down and thrown off. It just makes it that much easier, but we really want to always try to get all the orbs out because it's just going to put the healers farther behind. It's going to make mechanics more scary. It's going to make people die faster. It's going to just cause more wipes. So on tanks, you just really, really want to be watching where the helm is at all times and trying to use it to help break orbs. Other than that, once he goes below 60% health, he's going to have his shoulders. Boop. Shoulders are really easy. The cones that come out of the boss when the boss is here and he does his specific cone ability that shoots out in all these directions. Like so, right? The boss is going to also, so this is here. What the shoulders are going to do is they're going to aim it at a certain direction too. So you're going to see this like we normally see. Obviously, dodge, these will fill the whole room, obviously, but what you're going to see is you're going to see the shoulders also throw out one, like that. So it's just more to dodge. It just leaves less of a safe space. Going through videos and looking at it, the shoulders are the easiest one. Helm's pretty easy because most people don't have to deal with it, and it can actually facilitate hitting the orbs more if the tanks are doing it right. But the shoulders are pretty much just dodge. It's very, very minor that we're going to be wiping to this. Everyone should be getting very safe from this as well. So the shoulders don't really do much. He also doesn't do a lot of cones throughout the fight, so shoulders are kind of less relevant, but still we still obviously want to be paying attention to them. It's just a little bit more to dodge. Just don't stand in stuff. Easy peasy. We're already dodging the normal ability. We should know what that we need to dodge that too. So the chest is going to be the thing that wipes us the most. What it's going to do is it replicates the dispels that we're doing. So let's say as a group we're all getting dispelled right here first. So this person's going to get dispelled. The boss is here. We're all kind of stacked up doing our thing, right? and then this person has a second dispel. So we're right here. What's going to happen is this person gets dispelled, we all get knocked, right? Now we're all over here. If I can move everything, right? So now we're all over here, right? Just kind of in the main location. Now this person's going to get dispelled. So boom, we all get knocked again. I get knocked back, this person here. So now what we want to do is say the chest is right here. What we want to do is we all want to move right next to the chest because it's going to knock us back too. There's always a safe spot. The chest is never in a spot where you can't get knocked back and die. There's never this, oh, it's RNG. It's always in a safe spot. So we'd run to the chest. It would explode after a certain amount of time. You can mass dispel it too to make it happen sooner. Then you get knocked back, and then we just rinse and repeat. So that's the entire fight. Again, all the mechanics that you see here, the helm, the chest, the shoulder, are all mechanics we've seen. The helm, we know to not stand in front of the beam, just don't stand in front of the beam again. The shoulders, we know to not stand in the cones, don't stand in the cone. The chest, we know to run to the person that's going to get dispelled, we have to run to the chest. This is the only one that's really, really going to wipe us and has the most effect on the raid. So we need to make sure that we are being mindful of it. It's the last 30%. We should only get, I believe, 2 dispels, maybe 3, which means we have to run to the chest 2 times, 3 times maybe, depending on our damage. But we're lusting last phase, so we're trying to push it so we don't have to deal with the chest as much. Other than that, the fight's really simple. We just need to get in there and see it. Again, we've seen the heroic version of it, which is it's just like the 9. We got in, we knew all the mechanics of the 9. We just had to see how they affected in Mythic and if there was any difference in the way they came out. And here, the only thing that's different is there's more orbs and there's some more of the abilities coming out, and that's it. So as long as we're paying attention and we're handling the abilities like we know how to handle them, we'll be able to kill this boss pretty easily. And we need to have good um, attempts on this boss so we can see the majority of the boss as quickly as we can and hopefully kill it. But we want to make sure that we're making good progression on it as well. So.